crucial nutrient known for its health benefits. Vitamin E comes in two main forms, tocopherols and tocotrienols, both classified as tocochromanol and soluble in lipids. Alpha-tocopherol stands out as the most biologically active form, extensively researched for its health-promoting properties. Moreover, gamma-tocopherol, known for its resilience to heat compared to alpha-tocopherol, adds another layer of practical importance when considering vitamin E stability during food processing and preparation. Tocopherols include alpha, beta, gamma, and delta varieties, prominently found in almond oil, nut oils, olive oil, and more. On the other hand, tocotrienols, also encompassing alpha, beta, gamma, and delta forms, are prevalent in palm oil, rice bran oil, and various grains and nuts like wheat germs and hazelnuts. So why peanuts out of all things? So peanuts are cheaper, commonly found in the market, easily to prepare sample since it is solid and a rich source of vitamin E. However, recent studies have highlighted tocotrienols as surpassing tocopherols in several aspects. Tocotrienols exhibit superior antioxidant, antihypertensive, and anti-inflammatory properties compared to tocopherols. They also show promising results in anti-cancer metastasis, cholesterol management, cardiovascular health, and neuroprotection. These findings are supported by a wealth of preclinical and clinical studies, understanding tocotrienols' potential in therapeutic applications. So moving on to the selection of method of analysis, there are two major methods that can be used, either high-performance liquid chromatography or gas chromatography. Both of them have its pros and cons. HPLC are suitable for solid and liquid or polymers and have simple sample preparation but takes a long time. It has a well-established use for vitamin E analysis. But for gas chromatography, it is suitable for volatile compounds, has complex sample preparation, but is faster. It is also rarely used for vitamin E analysis. And to take notes, vitamin E is a fat-soluble compound, meaning it dissolves better in non-polar solvents. HPLC allows the use of non-polar solvents as mobile phases, which is ideal for separating and analyzing fat-soluble compounds like vitamin E. In conclusion, we choose HPLC as our method of analysis.
To determine vitamin E, or known as tocopherol in peanut, the technique used was high-performance liquid chromatography (HPLC). The principles involved in this technique are separation, detection, quantification, and specificity. Firstly, HPLC will separate compounds based on their interaction with the stationary phase, where typically a solid or porous material inside a column, and mobile phase, which is a liquid solvent. After separation, compounds are detected as they exit the column. Quantification is achieved by comparing the peak area or head of the vitamin E compound in the sample to that of non-standard of vitamin E. Calibration curves are generated by injecting standard solution of known concentration into the HPLC system under the same condition as the sample. The concentration of vitamin E in the sample is determined by interpolation from the calibration curve. HPLC provides excellent specificity because each compound elutes at a characteristic retention time based on its chemical properties and interactions with the stationary phase. This allows for accurate identification and quantification of vitamin E compound. The analysis of tocopherol will be discussed more in this video by my friend Azida.
Moving on to sample preparation, which is the process of preparing a sample for analysis. Before oil extraction to be done, salted and fried peanut samples have to be grounded using an electric grinder mill to produce a fine powder as a samples for analysis. Then 4 grams of each samples were transferred into a cellulose thimble. After that, it was extracted using a commercial fat extractor for 90 minutes with 40 ml of petroleum ether. The heating module is 135 degrees Celsius based on the instrument's manufacturers, but the actual temperature was 60 degrees Celsius. After the extraction, the peanut oils were stored in a sealed amber glass vial at negative 21 degrees Celsius for the next step, which is analysis. Next, the sample preparation steps for direct analysis methodology. 1 gram of the grounded peanut sample with 0.05 gram of ascorbic acid were taken, then weighted into vial, and 6 ml of N-hexane and BHT were added. It was stirred at 900 rpm for 10 minutes at a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. Next step, 3 ml of sodium methoxide solution was added into the vial. Derivatization time was set to 10 minutes. Then, an acidification process was taken in which 3 ml of 5% sulfuric acid solution in methanol were added. The mixture then is stirred the same as the step before. The dilution steps are taken after that. Only 0.04 gram of organic phase are used for FAME analysis, then undergo quantification for gas chromatography mass spectrometry analysis. On the other hand, 0.5 gram are used for tocopherol analysis, then undergoes quantification for high-performance liquid chromatography analysis.
Tocopherol determination was carried out using an Agilent 1216 Infinity Binary System Ultra High Performance Liquid Chromatography UHPLC with a fluorescent detector. Separation of target analytes was performed using an inertsy NH2 and PHPLC column. Thermostat at 14 degrees Celsius. A mixture of isopropanol was used as mobile phase. The separation was developed in isocratic mode with a flow rate of 1.2 ml per minute, and the sample injection volume was 20 microliter. Irradiation and emission wavelength were fixed at 219 nm and 325 nm respectively. Next, a box-beacon design (PBD) was employed with 4 independent variables: sample weight, temperature, time, and acid volume. The goal was to optimize condition of independent variable to maximize the concentration of fatty acid and tocopherol in the extraction and derivation of process. The independent variable, sample weight, temperature, time, and acid volume. The response, concentration of tocopherol homologue were measured. In BBD, analysis of variance are used to determine the significance of the effect of each variable on the concentration of analyte. Regression analysis, which is multiple regression, was performed to model the relationship between the independent variable and responses. Polynomial equation, a second-degree polynomial equation, was used to represent the relationship as shown below. Next, the analytical figure of merit of the developed method. Firstly, sample analysis. Quadruplicate analysis was performed for each sample to ensure robustness. A peanut butter certified reference material was used to evaluate accuracy and precision. Second, accuracy evaluation. Accuracy assessed by comparing results from DAM with certified value using a two-sided student's t-test. SPSS software was employed for statistical analysis. Next, the precision assessment. Precision was determined as first, intraday precision analysis, which is conducted on the same day. Next, interday precision analysis conducted on non-consecutive day. Limit of detection (LOD) and limit of quantitation (LOQ) were determined using the equation, where capital H is the head of the chromatography peak corresponding to a dilution of the analyte near the LOD, and small letter h is the peak-to-peak background noise in the chromatograph. The analyte concentration in the standard solution was set to provide the lowest detectable C.
Method validation parameters were determined, and the precision and accuracy of DAM evaluated, where the intraday RSD is around 1 to 5% for tocopherol and interday RSD is slightly higher, around 5 to 11%, and it is still acceptable. Then, DAM is applied to different peanut samples, where 10 samples are selected from 3 countries, which are Argentina, China, and United States. The analytical result obtained, and the RSD value for tocopherol is 7%, indicating a good precision. Due to this different origin and different sample processing method, there is a significant variability in alpha tocopherol content and some decrease in alpha tocopherol content. Here is the figure 4 showing concentration values for tocopherol by DAM compared with certified values. In conclusion, This is the article that we use for analysis of tocopherol in peanut. In this article, the method used is direct analysis methodology (DAM), whereas in this video, we have only highlighted the HPLC method to determine the tocopherol in peanut without the procedure of oil extraction. Tocopherol determination using HPLC in DAM is a better method where alpha tocopherol concentration is higher in DAM because the temperature that usually applied during oil extraction in reference methodology cause a part of alpha tocopherol to oxidize. Before the quantification of tocopherol using HPLC, the peanut is first grounded with added ascorbic acid, extraction, derivatization, acidification, dilution, and lastly the HPLC. That's all for the analysis of vitamin E, which is tocopherol in the peanuts. Thanks for watching.